Top 5 self-care practices that each of us can use to improve our mental health. 1. Pause for breath. When you take a moment to focus on the natural rhythm of your breath, to perhaps breathe in for 1, breathe out for 2. You're giving yourself acknowledgement, you're giving yourself respect, and you're allowing yourself to move back into you, to come back to your breath, which is something that you can control. So take a pause for breath. Allow whatever is going on outside of you, around you, to continue, and bring yourself back to you. From there, you can find clarity, you can refocus, you can release anything that's been frustrating you, and you can come back to you. And after you've had that pause for breath, you've supported yourself with some silent breathing and reconnection. You can then move on to the rest of your day with a little bit of extra calm and a little bit of extra clarity, all from just taking a simple pause for breath. 2. Clean, clear, positive self-talk. When you're speaking to yourself, you actually take things very personally and literally. So be gentle with your own self-talk. It's great to keep it clean, clear, and positive. By clean, I mean letting go of any old shoulds, woulds, can'ts, and nots, because they really do not relate well in our mind. So what happens when we use them is that we tend to disassociate, and we tend to just ignore the old don'ts, shoulds, woulds, and can'ts. So when we remove them from our vocabulary and instead we rephrase it by focus on the positive, focus on what you can control, you'll notice that that comes across far more positively. For example, you can use phrases such as, I am love, I can do it, I will achieve my next goal. And you can get really specific. So as you're using your language, you can really focus in on exactly what it is that you want to achieve, and that keeps it clear. So by the end of June this year, I will have published my first solo book. A really clear, clean, and positive statement. So support your mental health with some clean, clear, positive self-talk and start to boost your mental health with your own inner self connection and clear, positive language. 3. Active listening. When you truly listen to yourself and to others around you, you allow yourself to focus on the present moment, and that will support your mental health by bringing you into a space that you can actually control. So when you're looking at active listening, you can make a gentle eye contact with whoever it is that you're communicating and connecting with, and really notice how they're speaking, the tone of their voice, the pace that they are speaking with, the body language that they are showing to you, their external behaviours, including how they're standing, perhaps they're moving about, perhaps their facial expressions are changing. When they have a soft face, perhaps a little bit glowing, nice and soft and smooth, they're in a relaxed space. And if you want to learn more, seek out support on facial expressions and active listening so that you can truly connect to yourself and everyone else around you. And as we're connective beings, we enjoy connection. This is going to greatly boost your mental health. 4. Personal check-in. By taking just a few moments each day or throughout the day to check in with how you're feeling, you can really boost your mental health. And it can be as simple as asking yourself, how do I feel? And notice what comes up for you. You might hear a word, you might feel a feeling, you might even notice a taste or a sound. It could be that some old memory comes back for you, perhaps as a visualization, or with any of your other senses. And if you haven't checked in with yourself for a while, you may not notice any response. Whatever response happens for you, even no response, then that is perfect for you in this moment. So acknowledge it, accept it as how you're feeling in this present second, and know that your feelings will ebb and flow like the waves. They will come and they will go. And this is a tiny snapshot of you, of how you are feeling, and it will pass with time. So take those moments to check in with yourself. And by understanding how you're feeling, you can begin to support yourself appropriately. And as that self-connection continues to strengthen, as your acceptance and understanding of yourself grows, you will be naturally boosting your mental health. 5. Joy jar. A joy jar is one of the most amazing self-help boosts for your mental health that I have ever come across. A joy jar is something simple and easy to create. You get to write down or voice note, if that's preferred, some simple self-care activities that you enjoy doing that fill you up with happiness, with joy and love. And if you're struggling for ideas, think back to when you were a kid, because often, even as an adult, we tend to enjoy similar things. For example, if you used to love running outside, perhaps you'd enjoy running now. If you used to like skipping, go try skipping outside. Or perhaps just getting outside for a nice, gentle or brisk walk. But look back at what you used to enjoy and draw from there with inspiration. You may also like getting creative, perhaps making something, perhaps cooking, maybe reading, singing, dancing, any way of expressing your emotions. And what you get to do for the joy jar is to write down a few different items. So you can have some simple self-care activities that take less than a minute. They can go maybe on one colour of paper. You can then have some 1 to 5 minute activities, and they could go on a pink piece of paper. And then you can have activities that take maybe over 5 minutes, and they can go on a yellow piece of paper. Or you can have white paper, do little coloured dots on it. Anything that will differentiate those simple activities. You then pop them all into a container, could be a jar, could be a wooden box, a basket, and then whenever you've got a few minutes for some self-care, you can simply draw into that joy jar and pull out something that you know you're going to love. And it can be simple, it can totally be free, and it can even be as easy as just giving yourself a slight hand massage. Just by rubbing some lovely, healthy lotion into your hands, perhaps some coconut oil, then you can really support yourself, because in your hands you've got the nerve endings and you've got things that relate to each part of your body. So by simply spending a minute or maybe even 5 minutes just massaging your hands or your feet, your face or your head, you can really be serving and supporting all of your body, helping you to release any old stresses, any old built up emotions with that simple activity. And there are so many more. So if you haven't already, check out the article and look for some of my other ideas for the different length activities to boost your mental health.